Here, Beanie, it might sound good in one of your books, but this is a construction site. You can't build a learning environment here. But I didn't start with a touchy-feely feel-good program or some poster. It started with a shelf. One shelf, a few books, a marble, a cricket ball, and a football. That's how you build a learning environment. Not with noise, but with signals. Signals that say, we improve here and we think here. We actually give a about getting better together. Human beings don't just need motivation. They need a purpose, autonomy, and a shot at mastery. When you build that into your environment, your team will grow and they will improve. And what happens next is they start to own the change with you. You want to build your culture? Start with a shelf. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction that you choose. The famous Dr. Zeus. I saw that, actually the whole book, in an image in a coffee shop that I was in Maloney, in the hinterland of Sunshine Coast this morning. And it triggered something that I've been reading in the Afterburner Advantage as well. And the direction that I chose is to create a learning environment, as you saw in that video at the start, that eliminates the eighth waste in the construction industry. Now, if I just try to keep that, me doing that, it would only be small, localized, and it wouldn't really have that much impact. So what I've done is couple that up with something called the EXO model, which I'm going to go into in a minute. Because that shelf thing is not just a metaphor. That was an actual project that I went on. That was the start, it was a catalyst of changing the system, which was create a learning environment. On my desk, there was actually, let's go and have a look so that you can see that I'm just not talking nonsense here. Let's see if it's in this section. Let's check GPT. This one here. That was my actual desk on that side. As you can see there, the football was there. The books are there just behind one of the screens. All very purposely built to create a learning environment and to have an environment where everything was visual. Because you might hear what I'm saying, but you'd see something completely different. On the wall that you can't see, when you come in the door there was, that poster shouldn't have been there, the meeting minutes, we should have got rid of it. There's a quote there from Jason Schroeder, which is no schedule's worth the paper that's printed on, unless it gets to the people in the field in a collaborative, to show them the collaborative effort that they've gone to build the plan. Okay, there was a image down the bottom which showed when we introduce more and more people into a system, how the lines of communication expand exponentially and create massive dramas. We need to manage that. There's another little image there which was a little exercise that we do called the build a paper cup. We read out a list of instructions and then get someone to try and build a paper cup, and then we redo it there with visuals, which is a completely different scenario. On the wall as well was a lot of stuff of Jason Schroeder's, which was how we put process behind what we do on a day-to-day basis. So it starts with a shelf, isn't just a metaphor, okay? It was something that we actually did. There was books, marble, cricket ball, and a football. That was all about sizing tasks. Quick and easy way, instead of going, how many hours is in that? And everyone going backwards and forwards. Is it a marble, a football, a cricket ball? What size job are we talking about here? 2 minutes? Days. Quick and easy ways to do things. That shelf change of behaviour faster than 6 months of meetings will ever do. Every project that you're on right now has that same leverage point, and I believe that leverage point is a platform called school. Okay, so back in 2020, roundabouts, during COVID maybe, not maybe 2019, 2020, somewhere around there, I was invited into a startup incubator in Gladstone, Startup Gladstone. I studied a model called the EXO model, which is an exponential organisation. Exponential organisation is an organisation that does 10 times better, quicker, faster than the industry average. Long story short, this is how I'm using it. I use, as you can see, the little images just there. The grey box, I'm not worried about ownership. That's not what I want to do. Far too slow and painful for the likes of what I want to do. I use access, you rent or subscribe instead of owning. So I rent a place on school using an external asset. You can get that for your project for about $9 a month. I pay the whole expensive price, $160 a month for my school asset. Then I use leverage, integrate, the other, of course, ChatGPT and Claude, another two things that I access via renting. Leverage, integrate external assets to scale output. So I'm creating leverage off ChatGPT and Claude, building tools that are going to help the entire construction industry. And the third one, of course, there is you enable others to scale through your ecosystem, which is exactly what school does inside the Catalyst Academy. Inside there, we focus on getting you through the first 90 days. I'm on to day whatever I'm on to. I must be up now around 150 odd. I should have checked that closer. Days of doing school. I've missed once, and whatever day this is, it's day 140 something, I think 148, 149, somewhere around there. I've not done ORCA once during those last period of time. The amount of times that I've missed live streaming, you can count on one hand. I think I've missed 2, 3, 4 days. So those same double figures that I've missed live streaming in that time. The reason why I've done it that way is they are the most valuable assets. That is your most highly leveraged time, is doing ORCA, planning and prioritizing your day, and doing social media with extreme confidence, which builds your culture. Exactly what I'm doing here right now on a Saturday night, even though I'm not on a site, nowhere near a site, not speaking to anyone. Well, could be speaking to people on a site right now. Okay, right, so that's crux what Catalyst Academy is, why I'm building it. You will learn to run ORCA in there. Have you run ORCA with your team yet? Hot dog? Yes, you have. Not a hot dog? No, you haven't. Let me just check my notes here. So we're up. All right, let's run our live ORCA via what do we call it? This is us using access and leverage right now, even orchestration. We're using access, leverage, and orchestration. I'm enabling others to scale through my ecosystem because they can get access to this Claude GPT, or whatever it is. It's not GPT inside Claude, whatever you call it inside Claude. If you want access to it, let me know. I've created one for you so you can go and use it. Ready to start, Claude? Then up the ante on ORCA next week too, with what's called an XGAP session. But we'll explain that further tomorrow when we do our O&I, Operations and Intelligence session. Home or travel today? Home. We've upgraded this prompt a little bit to ask a few questions to try and mitigate the issues that I have when I travel where I've missed doing the live stream. So we've built it into the process. We fixed it every day. Welcome back to another ORCA Live, April 18, 14.4 minutes, 1% of your day. Step 1 is the objective. We're locking in exactly what we set out to do today. What was the objective today? The objective for today was to get this live done before, I think I said 10, 11 a.m. That didn't happen. It's 5:52 in the afternoon, but we're still getting the mission complete. Good objective, run ORCA Live today for 11 a.m. Didn't hit the time, mission still complete. That's a gap. What happened? It's a Saturday. I should have recognised the fact that I don't do ORCAs on a Saturday morning. I do them in the afternoon because I end up either going to the gym or going to do something with my wife on a Saturday morning. Which is where I was today when I read that Dr. Zeus quote. This is far better and far more powerful than your daily diary. Once you get this up and running, I'm actually creating Copilot prompts to do this as well. Copilot will run on Claude, I believe, too. We're going to get the upgraded version, which I'm in the process of doing at the moment. Every site should be running this every day. Actually, I'll dig out a video tomorrow. I'll bring it and show you of a video that Jason Schroeder just did on what a daily report should capture. So the objective was set without accounting for the Saturday rhythm. The target time didn't match the reality of how Saturdays actually run for you. Why did you set 11 a.m. instead of afternoon time? Okay, so the reason I said in the morning is because in the afternoon I have an energy drop. So I'll try not to go live in the afternoon, particularly through the week. That's a rule for through the week. I carried that over to Saturday, and it's just not viable on Saturday morning. That is my bit of downtime, so I can't chew into that. What's he going to say here? So the conflict in rules. No afternoon lives through the week due to energy, but Saturday mornings are protected personal time. Neither works perfectly. What's the realistic Saturday window? It's Saturday afternoon between 4 to 6 p.m. If that gets me motivated then, because I'm going over beer as soon as it's done. So Saturdays don't have a viable window. So that was a mistranscription there. Saturday afternoon between 4 to 6 p.m. Live window weekend. So the action is simple. Lock that in as the standard. Beanie updates. ORCA Live schedule. Saturday lives run between 4 to 6 p.m. Non-negotiable. Who confirms that standard by when? Can we lock that into a Friday ORCA? Is that something I need to go back and get my old mate to code in to make sure that we pick that up when we run the ORCA on Friday? Don't need to recode anything, just add one line to the ORCA Live prompt in this project. If today is Friday, remind Beanie that tomorrow's Saturday Live. Okay, so what you and I'll do, we'll do a lessons learned at the end of this. Keep that in your memory bank and add that to your memory bank, and I'll get the prompt updated. So Beanie will get the prompt updated, any lessons learned before he runs the operations and intelligence live tomorrow on Sunday. Yes, please write the exact writing that we need to put into the prompt, but let's keep it for the end, into the lessons learned. Let's do it. Let's finish the debrief first, and we'll do the lessons learned. What is the objective for tomorrow? The objective for tomorrow is to get the operations and intelligence live run. That will be, put that between 2 and 4 p.m. tomorrow. A little bit slow, old mate Claude today. He's getting as slow as ChatGPT. What's going on here? Beanie runs operations and intelligence live tomorrow between 2 and 4 p.m. Now the lessons learned. Here's the exact wording to add to the ORCA Live prompt. If today is Friday, before closing the session, remind Beanie Saturday's live runs between 4 to 6 p.m. is in the calendar. Today is Saturday, the live window is 4 to 6 p.m. If Beanie says run before 4 p.m, flag it. Saturday lives run between 4. The lessons learned locked. Saturday mornings are protected. Saturday afternoons 4 to 6 p.m. is the live window. Friday ORCA is a reminder trigger. 19 days, 1 miss on time mission still complete. And the schedule standard is now codified. Drop that wording into the project instructions before tomorrow's O&I live, and it's in the system permanently. All right, take it, use it, make it a great week. When you're ready, head across and check out construction school. We need more help, check out the Catalyst Academy, and we'll speak soon. We'll find the video for you. Here you go. See ya. This has been the Trouble Mode Coach, and I want to tell you about a new pilot program that I've got starting this month that I think might just be of interest to you. So it's specifically for 2 types of people. Number 1 is you're stuck at a certain level in the construction industry and you can't seem to step up to that next level. Or number 2 is you got the reverse problem like I had, where you get thrown in the deep end and you think, what the am I supposed to do now? How did you get into the position that you're currently in? I'm going to tell you a quick story about how I got most of my career I spent as a construction superintendent. Anyway, digress a little bit. This is how I actually became a superintendent. So I was on a little gold mine down in Bendigo in Victoria, and the superintendent, I was the supervisor at this point in time. I'd actually only just come off the tools. I had a lot of supervisory experience before, but I'd been on the tools on a job in Darwin. Supervisor there really liked me. He brought me down to this job as a supervisor, and one day my superintendent walked up to me and goes, "Hey Bernie." "Yeah, Pete." "I just sacked the construction manager." He said, "I'm the construction manager now," and he said, "You're now the superintendent." I went, "That's great, Pete. Appreciate your confidence in me." But I said, "What the does superintendent do?" So if you're stuck stepping up to that next level, or you've been thrown in the deep end like I was, he looked at me, I'll never forget these words. He said, "You're a smart boy, you'll figure it out." Message me the word sweat more, and what I'll do is I'll send you through a link where you can book in for what's known as a triage chat, which is just a quick 15-minute call where we get together to see if we think we might be a good fit to work together or not. Because as a Spartan warrior said, if you sweat more in training, you'll bleed less in war. Speak soon.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!